Graham, you were into cars from really the minute you were born, just about. I had a good story that I know I've told you before. You used to put on your high chair tray when you were a baby. We used to put cars and toys, and you would play. And then I would take them away and put your food down. And I remember one time in particular, I put down like a handful of Cheerios. Little kids eat Cheerios. And you put your finger on the Cheerio and you went, and you were driving Cheerios around the top of the tray. That's how I pretty much knew you were obsessed with cars. After that, one of the first cars you ever got, well, the first car you ever got, was a Conquest, a Mitsubishi Conquest. And you loved that car so much, unfortunately, you smashed it into a tree. And that was the end of that car. That was a beautiful, really nice car. But so obsessed with Mitsubishi Conquests you are that you went and saved up your money and bought another one that's sitting in the driveway right now.
Here are some pictures of my first Conquest. The one that my mother mentioned was crashed by me. I was actually on my way to school one morning in 2010. Went around the corner too fast and I slid off the road. I ended up breaking my right leg and I collapsed one of my lungs. It was a very dangerous crash, but me being the car enthusiast, I didn't learn my lesson. I actually just recently bought another one of those cars. To me, cars are not just a mode of transportation or an object, like a house or something. There's an emotional type of connection there that someone like me or a fellow car enthusiast creates when they find a car they love. I don't know what it is about certain cars that appeal to me or why I've chosen them, but I remember when I had my first car accident, when I crashed the blue Conquest. My mom showed up at the crash scene because the police had called her, and she got there just as I was getting put into the ambulance. And she said, "Graham, are you okay?" And I remember I yelled out, "Yeah, Mom, I'm fine. Just make sure you get pictures of the car." And she always remembers that story. She likes to tell that. That just shows you, my mindset at the time was so focused on if my car was okay or how beat up the car was, that I wasn't even worried that my leg was broken and I could barely breathe. Here's a little bit of what my new Mitsubishi Starion looks like. But half of the fun of owning a car and being in the community is talking with other members of it. So let's meet some of those people.
Yeah, man. When I was a kid, I used to go to the drag strip with my dad. And ever since then, I've just loved fast American muscle cars. Gotta be American, gotta be fast.
Now it's the old school Hondas, Civics EX 1.6 engine, and I like the brand new 2016 Subaru WRX's STI models. As far as trucks go, I prefer to stick with the Chevy. Much better option compared to the Ford and or the Dodge. A lot less issues. A lot of major big issues, probably be Dodge with a lot of rot, especially on their pickups. Major issues, I've had a couple of Nissan Altimas and Maxima coming with a lot of transmission problems, but that's typical for Nissan as well. We had a couple of Fords blow rear ends and front differentials. So those are some of the major issues that I see that come into the shop personally seen anyways.
Yeah, I remember when I crashed the Conquest. That was definitely a low point in my life. I was so upset, so mad with myself. Like I said, the first thing I even said to my mother at the crash scene was make sure you get pictures of the car. When that thing was gone, once I realized it was totaled and, it wasn't coming back, I was really upset with myself. It took me a long time to get over that. Just because it was such a rare car, it was such in good shape and everything, and just a careless mistake or maybe the nature of the car's handling, I'm not sure which, but it caused me to crash it, and it was just, I was mad because it was a completely avoidable mistake. It didn't have to happen, and it was something so careless, took that car away from me, and that really hurt quite a bit. Some people think I'm crazy for buying another car from 1988 that's rear-wheel drive, no anti-lock brakes, no airbags, basically a death trap that I have already crashed one of. People think that's crazy. I think it's crazy not to own one.